All right, the Angel Gradebook is extremely easy to set up. It's easy for you to set it up. It's easy for your students to go in and see their grades, and it can save you quite a bit of time in the classroom. Angel is not just for online courses. You could also use it in an on-campus course and have a web-enhanced course. To set your gradebook up, you click on the Manage tab, and then you click on Gradebook. Initially, when you click on Gradebook, it's going to pop this up for you. Okay, I'm going to go click right here on Skip Wizard, and then I'll come here. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure that you set your gradebook up based on points or percent. To do that, on the left side, you click where it says Preferences, and make sure that your gradebook mode is set up in the way that you want to grade your course. I'm going to do percentage based for this example. If you were going to do points, you would select points. You'd follow the same steps. We're going to do percentage, and then I'm going to click on Save. Okay, there's some other options there that you could change if you want to. I just tend to leave mine on the default. Okay, on the right-hand side where it says Gradebook Management, you're going to click on Categories. And before you can do anything in your course, you're going to want to make sure you set up your gradebook. If you don't set up your gradebook with categories, then everything is going to weight equally. That's not what we want to do in a percentage-based example. Okay, I'm going to check the box where it says Default and say Delete Selected. And I'm going to say OK. I can't undo it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add New. All right, so my categories are coming from my syllabus. For this example, I'm going to say that 60% of my grade comes from assignments and 40% comes from exams. Okay, so what I will do, I clicked on the Add New. Down below, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in assignments. And actually, I'm going to change this up so the weight of this is 40 and not 60. I don't want my students to be able to get 100% on all their tests and still get a D. On the right-hand side, you'll type in the weight. I'm going to type in 40. I always use all of my assignments, and this is all I need to do here. I could put in a description if I want to. I'm not going to check auto-calculate, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. The next thing I'll do is go up and add in another category, okay? The goal here is to get both the weight and the percent to equal 100. So I'm going to click on Add New. And this time I'm going to go ahead and put in the title is going to be Exams. And the weight of this is going to be 60. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. Everything adds up to 100. Okay, that is exactly what we wanted to happen. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in a couple of assignments. I'm going to say that, you know, some of the assignments the students do, they're going to turn into me face-to-face, and some of the assignments the students do, they're going to turn in to me online. Okay, so if they're turning them into me face-to-face, I want to get the assignments added to the gradebook. So I'm going to go back to Gradebook. If you see where I am up here, I'm just clicking on Gradebook here rather than going to Manage and clicking on Gradebook. Just saves you a click. Right here, I'm going to go underneath Gradebook Management, and I'm going to click where it says Assignments on the right-hand side. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click on Add New. And I'll go ahead and put in the title of the assignment. I'm just going to call this Reflection. If I want to put a description in, I can. Category, just make sure you're selecting the correct category. Okay, this is an assignment. Okay, the beautiful thing about Angel is that we can make things out of as many points as we want to. A lot of times as instructors, we tend to get a little lazy, make everything out of 100 points because it makes for a nice, easy Excel gradebook. Okay, usually my first assignment that a student does in class is probably not worth 100 points. Okay, it's kind of one of those things, okay, you were here. So I can make that first assignment out of 25 points, okay? I leave the display format and the calculation type the way it is. If it is an extra credit assignment, make sure to check that box. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on Save, and that gets my assignment into the gradebook. Then we can go in and put in the student's grades. I could add all the assignments right here if I wanted to. We're just going to add this one, for example. Right here, I'm going to click down below where it says back to main menu. Once I'm here, I want to enter grades. On the left side, it says enter edit grade. I'm going to click on by assignment. Then what I'll do is I will hit the drop down arrow and select the assignment. Okay, you also see the categories there, but select the assignment and click on Go. Okay. Then what you do is you go in and you type in what the student earned. Okay. The one thing I will caution you on, if something is out of less than or more than 100 points, not out of 100 points, make sure you're either typing in the percent they earned or the number of points. If the student earned 25 points and they type that in 25% under a percentage, that's really going to impact the student's grade. So make sure you type it in the correct place. The other thing I want to show you before I type anything in, if you scroll down a little bit where it says batch update, you can go in and type in a score for your students, and any student that is listed blank above, okay, doesn't have any number typed in, this will populate that cell. Okay, so I'm going to say the students earn 75%, and I'm going to say forgot bibliography. Okay, and then when I click on batch update, any student that's blank will be populated with that information. Okay, so that's a nice little time saver. Okay, so if you're grading students and 20 students turn in the assignment and 10 don't, rather than typing in 0 did not submit, leave them blank and come down to the batch update, type in 0 did not submit, batch update, all your zeros are taken care of. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and click on save changes. Okay, that saves the changes. If you scroll down just a little bit, there's a done button. Click on done. If you don't click on done, it's going to say, do you want to save changes or something like that, and you can just hit OK. Okay. All right. So from here, if I want to see my grades now, I can just click on view all grades. Okay, and I can see how my students doing in the course. Okay, I'm going to go back to the gradebook. I'm going to show you one more thing here. There's also this spot right here where you can print grades. If you click on that, it will generate a PDF. I can't show you this example as a PDF because the student enrolled in the class is not really a student, it's a course editor. So at the end of the quarter, when you need to display all of your grades and print them out for your division chair or save a PDF file, click on print grades and you can generate a PDF and save it, print it, whatever you need to do. All right, so that is how you can create the gradebook and put in assignments that students turn into you in class. Now, if you're using Angel, you can also have students turn things into you online. So stay tuned if you're wanting to do that. If you don't want to do that, you can end here. All right, but if you're using Angel and you have students submit things electronically, go to the Lessons tab, and then once you're here, you will add in your drop boxes and your assignments, exams, that type of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to click on Add Content, and I'm going to go ahead and just put in a Dropbox. So I'll click on Dropbox. And once it pops up here, we'll go ahead and we will give it a name of Essay 1, okay, for the title. If you want to put something in the subtitle, you can, okay. I'll put in descriptions. Okay, you're seeing that I put in here attach Word document. Anytime I have students turn things into me electronically, I always tell them exactly how I want it. I want it as a Word document. I don't want you to type it in here. I don't want it as a WordPerfect file, so on. So that's why I did that. All right, but to get this to the gradebook, that's why I'm showing you this. Get it to the gradebook, click on the Assignment tab. Okay. Down here under Gradebook Settings, you can hit the drop-down arrow and say New Assignment. Okay. The title of this assignment, I don't want to throw you off by clicking on the Advanced tab. The title of this assignment is coming from the title of what you called it on the Content tab. Okay, so it's going to be called Essay 1 in the gradebook. Back to the Assignment tab here. The category for this is Assignments, so I'm going to leave it as Assignments. I'm going to leave it at 100 points. You could change it to 75 or whatever you want. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just save. All right. And what I'll show you real quick here is on this Essay 1, I'm going to go ahead and become a student and complete an assignment. Then we'll go back in as an instructor and grade it, and you'll see it in the gradebook. So to go in as a student, you click on the glasses, okay, next to Jane Doe, okay, up in the right, and then make sure student is selected and say begin preview. When you do that, you lose the automate and manage tab. Okay, and it's going here. All right, lost those tabs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to lessons, and then I'm going to go to the SA1. This is exactly what your student would see. So if you ever want to see what your students are seeing, do these steps. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a title. And I'll say file attached. I'm not going to attach anything because it'll take a minute. And then I'm going to hit submit. Okay, it'll say it's successfully received. All right, now we'll go back in as an instructor, grade it, and then you're going to see it go in the gradebook, and you will be well on your way to using Angel's Gradebook. All right, so I'm going to click on the glasses again, and then I'm going to click on cancel preview. All right, back here, I'm going to go to lessons, and then I'm going to click on the SA1. Okay, and once this pulls up, all of the student submissions show up below. Okay, so I'll click where it says my response and I will grade. Okay. Say Jane Doe gets an 80, and you can make remarks if you want to. You do not have to, and I'm going to say okay. All right, now I've graded, and it takes you to this screen. This is where the rest of your students will show up, and you would just click on the grade button. All right, but let's go back over to the gradebook. I'm going to click on manage, and then I'm going to go to gradebook, and then I'll go to view all grades and take a look at that. Okay, SA1 is now factored into Jane Doe's grade. She has a 79. Okay, didn't do any exams yet, but that's why it looks like that. So that is how easy it is to get your Angel Gradebook set up. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, and good luck with the semester. The quarter. We're not at semesters yet. Good luck with the quarter.